Russia's invasion of Ukraine has triggered political, strategic as well as economic response from the West. In the strongest economic sanctions yet, the United States and Europe have banished big Russian banks from the main global payments system SWIFT. The move appeared to be dealing a severe economic blow. Worried Muscovites fear that new Western sanctions will trigger shortages of cash and disrupt payment systems. Russians were seen waiting in long queues outside ATMs. There are concerns that bank cards may cease to function or that banks would limit cash withdrawals.
Неприятно, на самом деле, последствия, потому что я, допустим, привык жить в 21 веке, не имея с собой пластиковой карты, не имея ничего. У меня все установлено в телефоне, все банковские структуры. Наличными я уже не пользуюсь на протяжении 5 лет, наверное. Поэтому для меня это очень сильно ударит, потому что надо заказывать карточку. И как с ней жить, я, если честно, уже не помню.
Some Russian banks have been blocked from the SWIFT global payment systems, while other measures limit Moscow's use of a $630 billion war chest. The limit on the use of over $630 billion in international reserves could prove even costlier for the Russian economy. There are warnings of catastrophic economic damage. The measures curb the ability of Russians to keep large amounts of cash in EU banks. Sanctioned banks sought to assuage any fears over money supplies and online payment systems. Russia's biggest lender, Sberbank, said it was not seeing any interruptions in customer transactions through its own and partner payment systems. State Development Bank, VEB, said external restrictions will not stop its efforts to work on supporting projects within Russia. Now, the bankers said new restrictions will not have a significant impact beyond the use of its bank cards abroad. The central bank, however, advised people to carry their bank cards with them. They were informed that mobile payment systems may not work at all with terminals or online shops. The Russian currency ruble crashed to a record low against the US dollar as the financial system reels under crushing Western sanctions. The ruble has lost more than 30% of its value to trade after plummeting to as much as 40% earlier. $1 now equals 109 ruble. The collapse in value erodes the currency's buying power and could wipe out the savings of ordinary citizens. The trading on Russian stock markets was first delayed, then it got cancelled entirely amid scenes of large queues seen outside Russian ATMs and money exchanges through the weekend. Russia has more than doubled its interest rate to 20% in a bid to halt the currency value slump and maintain financial stability. Russian citizens have been worried that their bank cards may stop working or face limits on the amount of cash they can withdraw. The latest barrage of Western sanctions imposed can potentially paralyze the assets of Russian banks. Over the weekend, the United States, European Union, United Kingdom and Canada cut off Russia's banks from financial markets in the West, prohibiting dealings with the central bank, state-owned investment funds and the finance ministry. They also say they would expel some of the Russian banks from SWIFT. Russia is a leading exporter of oil and gas, but many other sectors of its economy rely on imports. As the value of the ruble falls, the imported items will become much more expensive to buy, which will eventually push the inflation up. The crackdown on its lending or leading banks and the exclusion of some of them from the SWIFT will also make it harder for it to sell exports. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.